Just give them to me and I'll take care of it. 89 degrees, out. Do you recommend that for everybody? Yeah, for everybody.
I don't believe in canting.
Oops. There's a lot of dumb takes on canting out there. Hopefully this isn't one of them. In this video, I'm gonna take you out on the hill as I figure out the cants on a brand new pair of boots with good old-fashioned strips of duct tape. To start today, I am gonna go with 3 strips of duct tape on the inside of both skis. We're gonna be symmetrical to start, probably gonna end up asymmetrical by the end of the day. I recommend the scraper method for creating the duct tape strips. Stick around at the end of the video for a full tutorial on how to build your own strips. First things first, when you're canting, you wanna start on something super mellow and super easy. This trail is Doc's Run at Park City, and it is absolutely perfect for this task because there's a good run in and then this long flat where I can keep my speed and really feel my knees. What I'm feeling for is this angle right here. You can see that on the left, I'm really having to articulate my knee in. My right knee dips in quite a bit, but not as far as the left. Now let's get a good sync up of the two. You can see kind of there's some asymmetry. Decent knee angle, but really I'm dipping that knee in there a lot. And let me tell you, that is very uncomfortable. I feel pain in my knee because I'm having to dip my knee in so much to get this ski moving. I'm gonna do the asymmetrical thing now because my left knee is dipping a lot and it's kind of uncomfortable. Another set of 3 in the toe, another set of 3 back here over the housing. 6 strips, 6 strips. See how it goes. I am making these adjustments on hill. That was mid-run. I put on extra strips of tape, and now you can see on my left knee that it's not dipping quite as hard as it was earlier up the hill. I'm a little more symmetrical with my knee angles as I'm skiing. Here's some fun turns. Felt a lot better about the symmetry of my knees that time, but I still need more on each side. I was getting a little chattering. If you look super closely at this turn right here, watch the left ski. There it is. See that tip flutter? Right here. Chatter, 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 chatter. You see it? There's that wonkiness. That's chattering. Now, the reason you do your canting on a flat surface is because if this was a big pitch, big steep pitch, that chattering is going to ruin my whole run because I don't have enough grip from that ski. Let's just focus on the body position. Body position's great. I come in, okay, good dynamic position coming in. I got my weight in the right way. I've got my center of mass pushing to the outside, holding tight through the core. Maybe I'm a touch inside, okay? But that's a pretty good position. And to have a little bit of chattering going on in something this flat, well, I need to get that fixed. I need to fix my canting. So I've got 6 strips on the right on the inside, and now 9 strips on the left on the inside. You can see the ski is really tracking nicely now, very smooth. I'm in a little bit flat of a spot. Maybe I don't have the speed I did before, but I'm having an easier time of controlling the ski. I'm still feeling very asymmetrical, which kind of drives me nuts. So I just added strips to the left. So I'm at 12 strips on the inside of the left, and I think still 6 on the right. I'll probably end up adding full another set of strips on both, but I just want to kind of get the asymmetry fixed first. I'm definitely starting to feel more stable over my skis here. My knees are not dipping in nearly as far. I'm feeling closer as far as the symmetry goes. You can see as I go left to right that neither knee is dipping more than the other. I just added 3 more strips to the inside of both skis. The lift line all of a sudden got big, so we hustled. At this point, I'm starting to feel really good about my setup. So we've moved on to a steeper trail. Now, as you get closer to that proper alignment, the correct number of strips of tape, you can bump up your terrain selections to get a little bit more feedback and a little bit more defined, yeah, this is the right setup. I have a lot of strips of tape in between my bindings and my boot at this point, and kind of getting to the point where maybe it's too many. However, this is what I need. And what I wanted to show with this video is what it takes and what canting really means out there, and not give you some kind of idealistic BS. Here are 18 strips of cheap duct tape next to the boot for reference. That time my left felt really good and the right still felt like it needed more, so I've added 3 more strips to the inside of the right. This is probably the first segment where one of my legs feels absolutely correct. And on this one, it's the right leg. And you can just see that my knee doesn't have to dip in. You can just see it's full power all the way ankle, knee to hip. And I'm really having a good time of it, feeling good about the turns. The skis are tracking really good through the snow. Just take a look right here. This is a lot different than it was earlier. Ankle, knee, hip, pretty good alignment. This feels really nice. That's a really good, stable, stacked body position, I would call it.
I think the right is there, but the left still needed one more set of 3 strips. All right, that one felt pretty good.
This is where we started in the morning. I think this is the best picture right here. You can really see how much I have to dip that left knee inside to make it happen. Move above it. It's not a dramatic difference, okay? But you can see that there's less angle, there's less knee dip having to happen up here. And that's putting me in a much more comfortable position. Over on the right leg, you can see it's not as dramatic of a difference. However, you can certainly see, almost just by this gap of light right here, that there's more room between my knee and my inside boot up here than when I started. When I started, that knee was pressing down, was almost touching my boot. The inside of my knee gets a little bit painful because I'm having to dip it in so far. The ligaments inside my knee are not lined up, not working properly. This, much better position. This, much better position. I'm really happy with how this is going and feeling more like myself.
So I just added another set of 3 to both sides. I don't even know what I'm at now, but it's a lot. And hopefully I'll go past the point of where I'm aligned from my hip to the knee to the ankle, and then I'll know.
At this point, I have too many strips of this chintzy tape that I'm using, and the tape is starting to bulge out of the sides of the binding housing. So it's not really working that well, and I'm losing feeling from the amount of tape. This is an example of a bulging cant. Really happy with the skiing. I'm in great control. The skis are tracking smoothly. I got no chatter. I feel like I got full command of the ski, and I'm really close to it.
Now that we're kind of close on what I want for my cants, I can run something steep like this. So we're gonna do it. It's gonna be sweet. So I'm feeling pretty good about my canting setup. Now I'm starting to max out how much duct tape you can use to cant. So I'm gonna call it quits there. Plus, I've already asked a lot of Luke to film all these videos. And then lastly, when I was coming down the cat track, I was kind of looking down my alignment. I feel pretty good about it. So here I'm in a flat, just letting the skis go flat, and my knees are sitting over my feet. And so I recommend getting your boots set to 0 by a professional boot fitter. To me, 0 is the center mass of the knee, about a ½ centimeter inside the center seam of the boot. Center, 5 millimeters inside. Boot center, 5 millimeters inside. Just being centered is gonna give you the best chance as a skier. We're gonna call it for the day, and I'm gonna bring the boots over to Matt to get them cut.
2.5.
2.5, left foot.
That's only 2. 2 on the right.
2 out to the right, 2.5 out to the left.
Yep.
So we gotta mark here, we gotta mark here. Middle line of the boot, that's where we're measuring it from. Those numbers, 2 and 2.5, they don't matter at all. What matters for me is being centered and having the right feeling. I'm not looking to get those numbers cut, I'm looking to get that feeling cut into my boot. So what is the takeaway for you from this? Well, if you were hoping that I was gonna send you out there with your strips of duct tape to do this yourself, I'm gonna tell you not to. Take your boots into a professional, get measured, have the cants permanently cut into the bottom of the boots, and then go out and work on your skiing. Don't worry about the micromanaging around that 0. Get 0 and then figure out how to ski. This gives people of every anatomy the best possible chance. Couple of key pointers. Always dry off the top of your duct tape so the new duct tape sticks really well. Notice I'm taking the duct tape off of my helmet and putting it on here. I don't want to be pulling stuff out of my pockets the whole time, and I also don't want to look like a goober out there, so I hide my extra strips back of my helmet under the goggle strap. The first strips go around the scraper. The best duct tape for canting is Gorilla Tape. You want to catch the edge just right. Now I'm going to stack 2 full strips the long way. For best results, keep your seams tight. Use your favorite razor knife to make 8mm strips through your 2 slices of duct tape. Once you've done that, cut it lengthwise directly down the middle. And now you have simple peel and stick cant strips. Realize right away that I am not using Gorilla Tape. That blue tape on the skis is the cheap stuff from Walmart. Unfortunately, I didn't have any Gorilla Tape. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to get the shot. The connection between the boot and the binding is directly connected to your safety. You're definitely assuming risk by putting duct tape on your binding. The outside of my boot, the inside.